Now, it is, of course, the end of the financial year this week, and your taxes are due. So, how do you get the most out of your tax return? I had something done last year.
Sorry, Chook, am I late with your return? Am I? Sorry about that. Joining us in studio, money expert Anthony Bell. Hello, mate. Busy week for you. Thanks for stopping by. Big week for everyone trying to get their finances sorted out. What would your top tips be to sort of maximise that tax return? We're all zoomed in on this at the moment.
Okay, so start thinking with what it's cost to actually earn your income. So all the things that you pay yourself privately that actually are required for you to actually earn your income. Firstly, also keep your documentation in good order. But like I said, on every single cost, so whether it's transport, whether it's even some things like self-education or interest, they all go into actually making bona fide deductions if they are actually incurred in the ordinary course of income. I'd also too have a really good think about other forms of income that you earn, such as interest, dividends. They all have to go in, or there's penalties for not actually putting them in. And look, industry guidelines will actually give you half a chance of working out, what you're entitled to. So if you're in the aircraft industry and you fly for a living, or a hostess or something like that, there is very, very good union directives on that one, which will tell you what you generally are up for.
Now, what would you suggest to people if they haven't already put in their tax for 2010?
Well, no one present company, of course, would do that, because it's against the law, Kylie.
Yes. No, I'm not. I was looking at Larry when I said that earlier.
Okay, so ordinarily the tax office will pick you up. If you lodge your 2011 tax return any day after tomorrow, and they'll pick you up for not lodging your private previous year returns. Look, it's okay that most people will be owed a refund, so it's worth getting that in, because you might be entitled to money back. There are penalties though for non-lodgement, Kylie, so you've got to make sure that...
Will you stop using my name?
There are penalties, Larry, for non-lodgement.
No, we've already worked it out. I'm going to visit you every second Sunday, and he's going to visit you every Sunday.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you got any pointers for people who just find it too daunting to think about, people who have put it on the back burner since, I don't know, 1999?
Yeah.
Or...
No, I'm up to date.
Look, you can actually, tax planning generally starts on the 1st of July every year. So using things like filer faxes and just keeping orderly documentation, you find at 30 June that you can go, great, I've got it all together and it's ready to go.
The old shoebox thing, right?
Yeah, it's a bit-by-bit management story. But, if you haven't lodged last year's tax return or any years prior to that, Kylie, if that's the case. No, I won't. I'll stop it. But if you haven't done that, you also are able to go online. The tax office has a very good software to actually lodge your own. But don't be afraid to seek out a professional. The costs are tax deductible, and you usually may find that they'll come up with appropriate deductions for you that you otherwise wouldn't have considered.
Okay, just moving on from that, let's talk interest rates.
Yeah.
Reserve Bank having trouble making up its mind, it would seem again. What were our thoughts?
Big day yesterday, saying that, that interest rates may surge to high as 9.5% over the next 2 years, which is a really heavy call. Look, I think it's actually an ideal in the ridiculous. We've got two-speed economy going on right now, but most people, retailers and also to manufacturers, even people in the service industry, are doing it tough. So the Reserve Bank needs to be very careful that it doesn't discourage confidence in our economy by putting interest rates up, spending stops, and then what happens is jobs get affected, and that actually then starts a receding economy. So I would think, not to freak out too much, but I would also to consider, if they keep getting these reports of high interest rate rises into the future, talk to your bank about locking in your mortgages.
Is that the go button? Did you just push the go button on that?
Look, I think I'd wait to see what comes out probably after the June quarter results, which will be released probably about the 21st or 23rd of July. But if there is an upward surge and it's pressing on that, you can still get 7% for around 3 years from now, which is a safe option if it's heading up towards 10.
Okay, all right, some good advice. Thanks,
Thank you,
Anthony.
mate. Hope you get a nice cellmate. That'll just make your time there much more simple.